Well, hey, my name's Ben Kampmeier. Happy Whiteboard Wednesday, friends. I get to serve an amazing church in Byron Center, Michigan called Corinth Reformed Church as their lead pastor. And I want to share with you from something that we just recently did. Our church went through a sermon series all about suffering. And one of the key learnings from that was the desire that people have to be equipped to suffer well with others. This is a gospel reality. We know that Jesus identifies with people who are suffering, that's the message of the scriptures. He entered into our world, God incarnate, to identify with us, emptied himself and left it all behind for our sake. And so that means people who bear the name Christian, people who name Jesus as the person they're following, they're also called to the same ministry. So a breakthrough for us at our church was talking about, very practically, what do you do when someone that you're in relationship with is suffering? And I want to share with you just the same three simple things that I shared with our congregation. And it's 2 do's and then 1 don't. And so when you're trying to relate to, care for someone who is suffering, the first thing that you do is you do show up. You have to show up. Physical, bodily presence means everything. If you've suffered before, if you've been through difficult trauma, you know it just means something that someone's there. And this, for us, this is a challenge in our own day and age where sort of space and relationship happens in non-spaces like the social media, Facebook, Instagram. So first we have to get there. And that's huge. That may mean inviting yourself to someone who says, no, don't, I don't need you to come. And you say, I'm just going to meet you there. I want to be there with you. So do show up. And when you show up, the second part, this is so key, is do shut up. That's huge. So often we feel like we have to fill uncomfortable silence because we don't really quite know how to deal with people's emotion and pain. And this is an opportunity for us to live out the drama of the gospel, to enter into someone's pain, to hold the silence with them, to look them in the eyes, not to fill it with a bunch of babbling or things that we feel like they want to hear, but actually to just close our mouths and, like Jesus, enter again into their suffering with them. So do show up, do shut up. Here's also the last piece, and this is so key for Christian communities. Don't try to fix it. I say this to our small group leaders sometimes. Don't try and fix it. We've all been in that small group, that community setting where somebody's just poured out their guts and they left it all on the table. It's a beautiful moment of vulnerability. And people are quiet. They don't know what to say. And inevitably, at some point, someone will lean across the table and say, you know what I think you should do? And that is the most unhelpful thing. I think we all know that. If we've experienced it, that's painful. That hurts people. That sometimes causes people to leave Christian community. And so I think we have a responsibility as leaders both to practice this, to model it for those that we lead and those that lead others that we lead as well. And then also just to call our people to it, because our people, they're shepherds as well, and the body gets to minister to the body. So if you're in relationship with someone who's suffering, most people are, when that moment happens, do show up, do shut up, and don't fix it. I think it's good, wise advice, and I think it comes straight from the Bible as we look at relationships people have with those that are in suffering and ultimately the relationship Jesus has with us. So hope that's helpful for you today. Have a great Wednesday, friends.